It's Week 14 of the NFL, and we'll see Garrett Wilson. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Jets and the Texans coming up next.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, their head coach has got to believe it in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now. Teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Texans now with a fresh face at quarterback, the 2nd overall pick from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice from the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Football, because they're going to get him to the end zone.
Throwing now is Stroud. Open man is Noah Brown. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together. Those are the athletes you have because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
And they get to him after a gain of 6.
Stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Johnston now as he sends this one away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. So here are the Jets now backed up to start their first drive. Leading them out, the last active player remaining from the 05 draft, and a name that dominates headlines year-round, Aaron Rodgers.
There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
2nd and 4 at the 9-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him.
Stood out to me on tape the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively.
To come back out on offense. A CD after this game. There will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game,
1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. Throwing is Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
On play action, Rodgers rolling to his right. He finds Wilson and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Rodgers now to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jets go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like
First and 10, it's Stroud. And this is incomplete.
more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
On second down, here's Pierce. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And Stroud now to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
But you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here.
He goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days.
Stroud to the air on first and 10. And his throw here is incomplete.
So many times we talk about it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Airing it out deep for Woods. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Stroud will look to throw once more. Buying time to his left. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They just 10 yards here. Stroud. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to...
Turns out to be the better call here.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well on his lane.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on.
From the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week.
Showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that. This is third down and 12. Stroud out of the gun here. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Jermaine Johnson, he's the one to get him. And from the 42, it's a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. Something here on third down.
Hey, 88, hey, Jeff.
Now Rodgers. And this pass broken up. Stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he's out of bounds. Stroud to throw it. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. With play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And now another one thrown incomplete. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin up in the Steel City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, where it was the visiting Patriots come in and get the victory on the road. The Patriots won't have a playoff spot, but they do have their pride.
How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with
This offense and widen this margin, too.
throwing now is Rodgers. And this pass broken up. Still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense is done it.
Throwing now is Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. 5th catch of the afternoon.
Mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And strong running there as he's across midfield at the 49-yard line. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Stroud looking to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And that's going to be another first down as the... They'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. That'll be caught left side by Woods. Here's Stroud. Another targeting catch for Robert Woods. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. On play action, Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion.
Out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
But that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry.
On play action, it's Rodgers. He finds Wilson. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. On 1st and goal, a field goal would give him the late lead. Throwing is Rodgers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he gets halfway there. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Will Anderson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
But the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end.
It's exciting these last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the pic.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that.
Offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Stroud's throw taken in by Collins.
You're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
But he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Here on 2nd and 8. Here's Hall again. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. To throw is Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. They'll run with Hall. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. One more time with Hall. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll try to run it here with Hall. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Power. Who takes the line of scrimmage and moves it one way or the other? Right now I can imagine the defense yelling at the offense, hey guys, if I were you, I'd kick it. You're not getting in.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring